Big Mom goes through a freaky transformation and lands directly on the Thousand Sunny, about to destroy the Straw Hat Pirates. The simple fact of the matter is, this week's manga chapter of One Piece is just really cool to look at. It's a very visually appealing chapter, and that's because Big Mom goes through a really weird transformation where she sort of combines herself with Prometheus and Zeus, with her riding on top of Zeus and Prometheus sort of like merging with her hair, and it transforms into this like giant flowing fiery hairdo, which looks really awesome. Even the scary face is on there. The sword is even more ridiculous and larger than it's ever been before. And watching her just drop down from the sky on top of the Thousand Sunny is honestly a horrifying image. And of course it's where this chapter ended. It's the perfect cliffhanger ending. But I loved it. There was also a lot of other really big elements about this chapter. We got to learn a little bit more about Carrot's Sulong form. We got to see Daifuku inadvertently destroying all of his ships while Carrot was going around making everyone look like fools. You had Brook who managed to save Carrot, and you even have a really tense scene between Sanji and Capone. So let's just talk about all of these events right here. First, Carrot still continues to be freaking amazing as she runs around from ship to ship, destroying everything with her electrical abilities, and doing it with such grace. It's just amazing. It's the type of scene that I can't wait to see how they're going to play it in the anime. I sort of see her just sort of flipping around and spinning through all these ships, destroying everything in her wake, while Daifuku is using his genie to destroy everything, but she manages to dodge it all. Now, while she is incredibly fast and incredibly powerful, using the Sulong form apparently makes it so that your lifespan is going to drop. It's basically sort of like opening all of the gates, like Rock Lee or Might Guy from Naruto. It's a less-ditch effort kind of thing that you should only use for a very small amount of time, as you could easily lose your very own life. And even Carrot starts to become unconscious when suddenly Brook comes in and saves the day, brings him back to the ship. It's a great moment, and apparently she can get out of the transformation by simply just closing her eyes or covering them and going into a room where she can't actually see the full moon because she doesn't want to accidentally trigger this crazy transformation. What I can say is it was really awesome to finally see this. What kind of sucks about it is it is very situational. Only when there is a full moon will we actually be able to see this form. So whenever they just bring attention to it or you notice it, it's almost certainly going to happen every time. And I hope it does happen again. I honestly believe Carrot should join the Straw Hat Pirates at this point. She's so useful. She's got great camaraderie with everyone. I've talked about it like for the last couple of years why Carrot should be the next member, and this is just another case for it. It's awesome. The second part of the chapter is all about Sanji and Capone. Capone comes up with an idea which honestly I do agree with. They need to poison the crap out of that cake. They've got to kill Big Mom. Maybe she can't be poisoned. Maybe she's just that ridiculously Goliathan powerful. It's insane. Is Goliathan even a word? I don't know. What I will say is Sanji manages to convince him that he's a cook. He needs to feed people, and this will work. He actually gives him a taste of the cake, and Capone just falls to his knees for how incredibly delicious that it actually is. Will the cake get there in time? That's what I'm most interested in seeing in the next chapter, because as I said, Big Mom comes back with Prometheus and Zeus and just brings all sorts of pain. The first image of her is just scary. She looks a little thinner, and her facial expression has become less cartoony and more just horrific. That and just the overall image of her riding on the cloud with the fiery hair just looks awesome. It's one of the coolest things I've seen from the series, and her just landing directly on the Straw Hat ship was really friggin' tense. So, what's the rundown on this week's chapter of One Piece? I loved this one visually speaking. It was so freaking good. There really wasn't that much aside from learning a little bit more about the Sulongs and their weaknesses and the big conversation between Sanji and Capone. Most of this chapter was just breakneck action, and it all looked really cool, especially the big panel of Daifuku destroying the ship. You get to see each of the individual like rudders and everything just being cut in half, with Carrot just jumping and dodging between all of it. It looked really fantastic and just popped right off of the page. I really love that. Maybe one of my favorite scenes. That combined, of course, with the look of Big Mom at the very end. It's awesome that she can like utilize her devil fruit in so many unique ways, because it could have been a really boring devil fruit when you think about it, just being able to imbue your life force into people. But the fact that she's riding on clouds, has fiery hair, and a giant sword that can talk is just in-freaking-sane. That, and she's just so unfathomably powerful. I really don't know how they're going to get out of this situation. And Jinbei at the end of the chapter actually saying that they may have to ditch the ship. Man, that would suck so hardcore. I can't imagine the Straw Hat Pirates getting a third ship at this point. If that does happen, I don't know if I can take another burning ship Viking funeral again. I just don't know. Like, that anime episode where they had to burn the Going Merry, who'd have thought that that'd be one of the saddest episodes of the series? Imagine what would happen with Sunny, who we spent a considerably long amount of time with. So, this was a great chapter. It's a great cliffhanger ending. As for what's actually going to happen, I'm not really sure. There is the possibility that Luffy could pop up from somewhere, but he's still got his battle with Katakuri. There could be Sanji and them finally making it at that very last second with the cake. I'm really not sure here. I just cannot wait to see. Maybe another force is going to show up. There could be so many more twists as to how the climax of the Whole Cake Island arc is going to go. Maybe German 66 is going to come in. It's just very exciting stuff right here. I am pumped. This was a great chapter of One Piece. You should read it. It's a 5 out of 5. I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. You can tell me all of them in the comments section below, and what you think is going to happen to Big Mom in the next chapter of One Piece. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more One Piece manga reviews, as well as the anime series. I do cover that one as well. Make sure to like the video, share it with all your friends. I'll see you guys next time. And as always, stay down there, baby.